call to order Planning Commission meeting. Today is Monday, August 24th. First order this evening is roll call.
Guile. Here. Knapp.
Here.
Smock.
Here.
Ritterbusch.
Here.
Farrell.
Here.
Zobrist.
Here.
Keach.
Here.
Fick. DeWeese.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Great, thank you very much. Next item up is the approval of minutes from our regular meeting. That was our meeting on July 27th, 2020. In the packet, there was the meeting minutes. I know we've noted a couple of changes. Anyone from the table have any edits or changes to bring up?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, on the first item under the public hearings, under the no vote, it's listed as Fick. Fick was counted as absent in the roll call, and my name was not missing under it, is missing under that vote, so my vote was a negative.
Correct.
Noted.
Thank you very much. Any other questions, notes, additions, or omissions? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from July 27th, 2020?
So moved.
Motion made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed,
Thank you.
same. Passed.
Okay, great. Next up is the public hearing portion. We have a case this evening. Prior to going through this, our council has a brief statement to the public.
Thank you. Public hearing is being held tonight pursuant to published notice. Any person wishing to make a comment will be afforded an opportunity to do so and will give their testimony under oath or affirmation. No member of the public may address the commission or cross-examine the applicant until recognized by our chair. At the conclusion of the public hearing, the Plan Commission will make a recommendation to the village board. The Plan Commission makes recommendations only. The village board is responsible for taking final action on these matters.
Great, thank you very much. Tonight's public hearing is case number 20-5ZA, special use. Subject property is located on Harding Road. This is the Morton Business Park ground on the Harding side, immediately to the back of Gold's Gym. Petition is filed by Peoria Sand and Gravel, who are the owners, as well as Steve Lehman with Ethos, the developer. They're requesting a zoning change from I-2 to R4. This is going to be on 3 of the lots, 5, 6, and 7. There is a special use request on lot 5 so that they can have a permitted maximum height of not to exceed 44 foot. In your packet this evening, you can see the petition from Mr. Lehman, as well as a statement, a mission statement. Steve, would you like to swear in and kind of give just a brief summation?
Sure. Our court reporter, I forgot to mention that in my announcements, our court reporter will administer your oaths. So if you could approach our court reporter here, up here. Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth?
On the mic, if you wouldn't mind.
And will the images be on the screen, or are they just in your hands? Either way is fine with me, just so I know.
For now, we'll just walk through it without. So would you introduce yourself briefly?
Sure, I'm Steve Lehman. Been working on a improvement development for Morton here. It's an upscale luxury multifamily housing community, and got some renderings and images that are concepts of what we want to do to make it a really upscale living experience. This is not your typical apartment type project at all. It's quite different than that. It's much more of we see a need for this, and the different demographics that we've seen from studies recently. You'll see a lot of the retirees who want low maintenance but upscale living experiences, as well as a lot of the large portion of the younger demographics that are working professionals that also want to spend more time socializing and working and less time maintaining their yards, so to speak. Just to really boil that down. So we see this as an upscale living experience to bring people to the community. They can also then spend their money at our local businesses and basically increase your sales tax revenue, property tax revenue, and just enhance the local businesses and community that we have here. So the request is to change it from the industrial to the R4.
Yeah, current zoning again is I-2 on these back lots. And so the request is to R4. The way the current development agreement is with the Village of Morton between the current owner, any change in zoning on these lots on the Harding side will result in a trigger of zoning on the adjacent lots as well. So that's why you're seeing 3 lots moving from I2 to R4, with 1 lot being requested as a special use. The idea then is, from our perspective in this table, we don't want to have an island of zoning, right? So this development agreement was sort of created with that in mind, that the idea is if an R4 zoning request were made, then the adjacent lots would become R4 as well. So today we're looking at both that R4 as well as a special use for the lot that Steve has selected for development.
Right.
Any questions for the petitioner from the table?
I guess I have a question.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
guess, so with the special use, my question, just in plain devil's advocate, is then why are you reaching out for the special use then on just that lot?
Sure. Yeah, great question. The previous R4 rules, as we know, I think most of us remember that they were a 3.5-story limitation and a 45-foot limitation. And then just recently, we put a new ordinance in place that made it special use to get back to that same elevation. So I'm going through the special use process to just, I'm still within, actually lower than the previous rules that we had 2 months ago. So the reason for the special use is basically because there's a new ordinance that was just passed 2 months ago. But the benefits, most of that is in the handout, I think, if you got the full package.
Yeah.
We did talk about the difference and the benefits of a 3-story versus 2-story, and there's real verifiable benefits to doing that as far as stormwater control and just efficiency. So then that money that can be saved there can be then reinvested into creating a better atmosphere and just a whole lifestyle experience. So it's not just apartments, it's actually an upscale living experience, clubhouse, more masonry. Everything's enhanced because we're diverting the money that would be incurred by creating that sprawl and instead reinvesting it to a better experience and atmosphere. Does that, and keep coming with the questions.
Yeah, so just to clarify, so I know you mentioned lot 5, 6, and 7. On the drawing that we got, lot 5 is actually, I don't think it's labeled, but is it the one that's outlined in blue?
It is. It's the
the
one on the corner there.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's the special use for that area. Are you
Yes.
also building on lot 6 and 7, or are we just building on lot 5?
We're just building on lot 5. Yeah. 6 and 7 trigger because of the development agreement with the sellers in the Village of
Yeah.
Morton. If you were to get a special use on those and didn't build on it for a year, that special use would expire.
Got it.
So,
Yeah. And the long-term idea is that we potentially do some townhomes or expand that living experience. So it is all consistent, but it would be a mix of things. It's not just the same thing on each lot, but it would actually garner more yard space and all that, less density over time.
I understand.
any other questions from the table this evening?
Do we have any objections from the public?
None that I've heard. Any to the village
I've not
directly?
received anything.
I have not either, for whatever that's worth.
Anything else for the petitioner this evening?
I have a question. If he was not going for the special use, would it still have to come before this board to go to the R4? Okay.
Yes, it would.
So are we approving both on this
If
petition?
you don't have, the motion, I presume, if it's done the way it normally is
Right.
to approve, would be on both the rezoning and the special
Okay.
use.
It's up to us to make the motion, but that's the request.
All right.
Other questions? Craig, there's no way you don't have a question.
Sorry.
I love it. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
Any other comments or discussion between the board and the table? Hearing nothing, do we have a motion on case number 20-05ZA, special use?
I'll move to
Moving to approve the R4 with special use?
Both, yeah. Can you do it both?
Yep. All right, so that motion has been made. Do we have a second?
Second?
Call when ready.
Keach,
Yes.
Neff,
Yes.
Ritterbusch,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
No.
Deweese,
Yes.
Sobers,
Yes.
Farrell,
Abstain.
approved.
Thank you very much. That ends the public hearing portion. No other business noted. Anything from the village?
Nothing tonight.
All right. With that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.